Okay, in this video, I'm going to kind of show you how to pull the transmission pan, the pan down there at the bottom of the transmission that holds all the transmission fluid into it. And we're also going to replace the gasket and then the filter slash screen that's in there. Possibly even redoing the pan itself, depending on how it looks from the inside. The first thing you're going to want to do is let me go around to it. There's a bolt at the bottom there. You're just going to want to undo that, let all the transmission fluid out into here. Mine didn't have too much into it. Yeah, there was barely any transmission fluid in here. It's been doing this for like 2 minutes. Because when I bought it, it was pretty much out anyway, because I had the transmission leaks up here in those new lines that you see there. Those lines actually just connect right there, and then there's one up there that's not connected yet because I'm waiting on a set of washers. But after that, we're going to plug it back up with the same bolt, and then we're going to take off all of these bolts around here. I believe there's like 21 of them around here. But as you can see, I might be replacing the pan just for how bad it looks rust-wise. Because when you spend $103-ish on transmission fluid for 17 quarts, you don't really want to waste any of that. Don't know if I said this or not, but this is a 2002 f250 Super Duty. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the bolt back in the bottom of that pan, and then we're going to undo the roughly 22-ish bolts in there and actually be able to pull the entire pan down. Okay, so we just got the pan out of there right now. It's sitting there. I'll show you up underneath it here. Show you what you're kind of looking at here. So right here is the gasket. Obviously the gasket goes all the way around. I'm gonna replace that just because. That black thing right there, that is actually the screen slash filter. I don't know really what you call it. But apparently, from what I was hearing, you just pull it straight out. I'm not going to do that until tomorrow when I actually, well, not tomorrow, but I'm not going to actually pull that out until after I have the replacement one. But right now, what I'm going to do is down here, you see a, sorry, I kind of got silent because I heard something and I was like, oh, what is that? Turns out it's just a socket rolling away. Down here is actually a magnet, and it just pulls in all the metal shavings and whatever, just so it doesn't get up into the transmission. So I'm going to clean this entire thing out. And then I'm going to come along here onto the bottom and pretty much the entire pan. And I'm going to get all of the rust off of it. Take a small screwdriver, kind of poke at it a little bit to find any soft spots. If there is any soft spots, then we'll just have to get a new pan. If there's not any soft spots and we're good, then I might just throw a coat of paint around it and be done with it. And then once I get those other pieces, we'll put them up in there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'll turn it this way. I ended up sanding all this down. Well, not all of it. I sanded it down to a point to where I can kind of assess how good it is. Right here, I have a weak point when I hit it with the pick. It's just like a little stubby screwdriver with a little bit of a stubby point to it. It's like a dentistry pick type thing. You just kind of picked it. I just kind of poked it a little bit, and it was very soft. So I've decided that for $42, when I can get it new for $42. So I figured, why not do that? Because then if I spend this $42 here, then I won't have to worry about the $103 or whatever, $105 I spent on the transmission fluid leaking out of there. So hopefully it'll end up saving me money. This one is, I could still probably use this. I would just sand it down a lot more and just paint it. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I might try and get rid of it, sell it, $10, something like that. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to pick up the washers. The washers for the transmission lines, I'm going to pick those up. And then at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and order that new pan. And then Friday, I will go in, pick up the pan, and then buy the screen / filter, that black thing that I just showed you, and then the gasket. And then Saturday, we'll put it all in at the same time, put the fluid in the truck, and we'll run it. So it's coming along. On this channel, I don't know how the order I'm going to upload these in. The only videos I have is this one here, and then I have the one on how I redid the power steering lines. So I'm probably going to end, I don't know what order I'm going to put those up on the channel. So I don't know if this is the first or second video you'll see, but there will be more coming from this truck right here. Okay, so I was waiting for the camera to focus. Where I last left you off, I pulled the pan. It's still back there in the back, as you can see. I got the new one. Everything's already installed, but I didn't really show how to do that, which I kind of wish I would have. Okay, but I'll kind of briefly go back through it. So as you can see, let's see if I can get you a good view. There it is. New pan's up in there. Here's the gasket and then the filter. The filter, like I said, you just pull it straight down. This piece here, it's kind of like a gasket for it. It sits on top of here. You'll see that in the new one that you get, if you get a new one. But when I pulled this, the filter or the screen straight down, this actually stayed up inside. So you want to make sure that you pull that out. Look up inside there. It's only up there about that far. Gasket here, it's shot, so we redid that. And then we put the new pan up inside of there. Let me crawl up underneath there and show you. So, Jesus. Yeah, there's a little bit of red stuff back here on the pan, but I'll show you that in a second. So I put the pan up. The pan came with this filler, the drain bolt, but it did not come with the magnet. So in your old pan, you'll have to take the magnet out and put it in this one. It's just magneted in there. And then you put the pan up. Then you take these bolts and put them in 2 or 3 threads, enough to where you can move it around. Once you get them all in, then you can start to tighten them down. The way that I would recommend doing it, and the way that I did it, is I took a torque wrench and torqued it down to 30 inch-pounds. Torque wrench is under here. Took it down to 30 inch-pounds, and then I upped it to 50. Then I upped it to 90, and then I upped it to 110-ish. The torque specifications on this truck for that pan is around 11 foot-pounds, which translates to about 132 inch-pounds. So, yeah, I just went a little bit back because I didn't really need to do it the entire way. So that's pretty much how you do it. And then in the next video, in the next video, it'll be about, you got that filler there for the transmission that goes down in there. It'll be how to replace that because mine actually rusted through. And I'll show you that in the next video. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded, but that's what that video will be about. So I have another video on this channel. It's how to do the power steering lines, I believe is what it was. Those lines down there. So if you got to redo that, then go ahead and check that video out. So yep, there will be more videos on this truck because this truck is a POS and there will always be work on it. I will never have this thing done.